Over to you, sir. Cluster and Fares.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I can see the global president. You're welcome in, sir.
Greetings.
Excellent moment to you, sir.
All right. Greetings, Clusterians and Sparkies. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. No matter where you are in the world, you are exactly where you need to be. I am Fares, the lead voiceover artist and diction guru for Global Clusters and Spark Hubs. And I will be your anchor for today's live revolutionary session. And Master Genie will be pairing with me. He will be my co-anchor. Anchor person, all right? So here we don't just speak, we communicate with clarity, purpose, and power. We are not here for empty motivation. We are here to equip minds, skills as usual, and ignite action as usual, all right? Today we will explore how to, tools, turn everyday skills into tools of wealth and global impact, talking about survival strategies and how to advance or go beyond survival only, all right, or just surviving on a particular on one AI to multiply results. We talked about it in the morning during the mind surgery revolution. We talked about digital space, all right. We talked about digital literacy, and you have to grab you have to hold on tight to this era. Don't be left behind or don't lag behind. If you're lagging behind, you have to brush up or you have to wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Don't sleep on it. So we're also here to build personal growth while contributing to nation building. Clusterians and Sparkies, open your minds, focus your energy, and let's move from intention to action. We are grateful to God for another wonderful day. And I want to appreciate the global president in person of Ambassador Dr. Adekole Aziz Badmos. Thank you, sir, for all you do for humanity. And it's another beautiful day to handle skills or talk about tools or talk about things that can help every man to move from one point to another. We have point A, we have another point that we can also refer to as point B. So it means it's a movement, it means it's a shift, all right? Mind shift. It's a positive shift. It's an intentional shift. It's a unique shift. You have to be, you need mobility. You understand? You like your mobile phone. It's called a mobile phone for a reason. It's not something you leave in your wardrobe and you step out or you go for your daily activity or activities. You have to go with it. You understand? And you can connect. You can reach out to people within and without. Maybe it could be an international call, it could be an interstate or interstate. Yes, interstate. You understand? And uh it could be the kind that links business partners. Okay, maybe just business partners or strictly business partners. Okay, depending on your field or your area of specialization. All right, your area of maybe, or let's say area of concentration. All right. So I want us to consider survival is not enough. Survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. I'll repeat, or let me repeat, survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. So before I advance, before I go on, I know Master Genie is busy. He's handling one of two things. He's all hands on deck. You understand? Please, can you quickly give us a quick, insight? All right, quick insight to this topic. Survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. Over to you, Mr. Kayode Edotun. Please just give us a quick insight. All right.
Thank you very much, Cluster and Fares. Thank you so much for all you do to contribute positively to humanity. Just before I answer that, I want to say excellent moment to our global president of the global clusters. Thank you so much, sir, for all you do for this great platform and for everything that you are doing. Thank you so much, sir. Our global president, Ambassador Dr. Adekunle Badmus. I can see the grand entrance of our 001 global security clusters of the global cluster, retired Colonel Sir Michael Gbenga Oshin. I see your entrance there, sir. You're welcome in on today's survival strategies in the new normal.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome, sir. I greet every great clusterans and sparkies. Those are on the call now, and those that will be joining us later or that will be listening to us later. Okay, it's another wonderful moment to be on our platform here to talk about the survival strategies in the new normal. Yes, and according to the question of our cluster Fares, he said we should get an insight about survival strategies in unstable times. My answer to that would be unstable time.
Survival is not enough.
Yes, survival is not enough.
How to think, act, and win in unstable times.
Right.
So how to think, act, and win in unstable times. Thank you, sir.
So thank you, sir. How to think and act in unstable times. For me, I believe and I understand that unstable times, always creates bad news, fear, uncertainty. So the first survivor skill will be focus. I believe you cannot control the economy, you cannot control government policies, and you cannot control market crashes, but you can control your skills, you can control your income streams, you can control your habits, and you can control your reactions. So I know you said strategy is not enough, but the strategy in an unstable time will be shift from a consumer mode, scrolling mode, worrying mode. You have to switch from that to operator mode. That we are now on the global clusters platform. We have to switch from a consumer mode to operator mode. Building, learning, and executing. So that will be how to think and how to act in an unstable time will be to switch from consumers mode, to switch from worrying mode to operator mode. And operator mode consists of building skills, learning skills, and executing skills. In uncertain times, liquidity beats wealth. Someone with 1 million naira or 1 million pound tied up in assets but no cash flow is vulnerable. Someone earning consistently, even small amounts, is resilient. So when I mentioned earlier that focus will be a very, very tangible survival strategy, and how to act and how to behave in an on certain times. So we'll need focus on fast, repeatable income streams, skills that pay quickly. For example, we've been talking about artificial intelligence. We cannot stop, talking about it. Even the big medias can't stop talking about it. So you need skills that pay quickly, like copywriting. Copywriting has been made easy now with artificial intelligence. If you understand the prompt engineering, those are the skills that pay quickly. Sales, you know, everybody is a salesperson. I've seen so many people when they see sales job, they be like, I mean, I don't like sales, I don't like talking. No, everybody is in this life. First, we are here to sell ourselves. So everybody must develop a sales skill because sales skill pay quickly. Imagine as a clusterian, you are in the midst of people and you get to talk about the global clusters and the opportunities and the products. If you earn from other talk, that is sales. But the global cluster did not employ anyone as a sales person, but as a clustering, as a Sparky, in this new normal, we should all adapt that we are salesperson. So we should develop sales skill because that skills pay quickly. And the third one will be service-based work. That's compared to what may I do, service for other people, and you can use so many tools. They can be busy with their normal business, going for more contracts, but as a clusterian, you can help people with service-based work skills. Maybe promoting their services online, maybe creating digital flyers for them, or creating a funnel for them to promote their service to get more customer. All these skills are skills that pay quickly and that can help in this new normal and in uncertain times. And another thing we can focus on is reducing dependency on a single income source. Yes, look at Dangote, for example. It was selling sugar, selling cement, selling flour. Just because he's making money in sugar, he could have stood there and still be a rich man, but he went ahead and did another business, cement, flour, and refinery as well. So we need to reduce dependency on a single income source. So the rule to follow in uncertain times, how to think in uncertain times, how to act in uncertain times is stability doesn't come from how much you have. It comes from how many ways you can earn. Because to beat survivor right now in any economy is you have to be earning first. If monetary problem is out of your problem, then the remaining will not be as worrying because everybody always worry about, oh, I don't have money for this, I don't have money for that, I don't have enough for this. But stability does not come from how much you have. It comes from how many ways you can earn. I hope that answer your question, Closer and Fares.
Yes, yes, awesome. Thank you, Sparky Coyote. Thank you, sir. Yes, and I believe it will really go a long way. It's going to help people in the future. All right, this is being recorded, I believe. So when the time comes, or when anybody lays his or her hand on this clip or this revolution, I believe it will it is going to transform the individual, all right? It's going to transform lives. This amazing project or this program, okay? So, thank you, sir. Sorry, I did not quite get that part. I think the network switched. I mean, when you mentioned switching from consumer mode to something, I
Operate.
wanted to. I
Yeah. Su-
Can you quickly give us
from
that line?
mode to operator mode.
Switching from consumer mode to what?
Op-
Exactly what, please?
operator.
Operation.
Operator. Let me put in the comment section.
All right, all right. Thank you. All right, thank you very much.
Yes.
I just hope this network will not disorganize what we're doing today.
It
It's
won't.
well. All right. Um, Let me just repeat um, for the sake of our amazing Sparky, retired Colonel Benga Oshin. You're welcome, sir. Um, today's topic is survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. Survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. So I actually asked Master Genie to quickly jump on it before I dive into other stuff that I have here. So it's going to be if we hear from you, sir, it's not going to be such a bad idea. Sir Michael Oshin, are you there? If you're not too busy, can you just give us insight to this topic?
Yeah, I'm here. As always, a lot of the topics that come through are always quite mind-boggling and thought appropriate, to be honest. I'm going to jump on the back of what Faraz just said. I think when you're talking about thinking, acting, and winning in unstable conditions, I think the objective is not to eliminate uncertainty. It's more geared towards outperforming others within it. And I think if you look at it from a logical aspect, that requires quite a disciplined shift in mindset, in operating models and competitive behavior. I would say that a useful way to structure this is across 3 layers. Right. The first layer for that would be, how do you think? Right. How would you think? How would I think? How would anybody else think? How would you act? How would you execute your actions, your system, or whatever it is that you're trying to bring forward? And obviously, you've got to have a competitive edge. So you've got to think about exactly how do you want to win this. I don't know. Some people think in probabilities and not certainties. So you look at it as, this could probably work. If I try this, will it work? If I try that, will it work? How do I go about, what I'm doing? When I say changing your mindset, I say things like what will happen as opposed to what could happen. I don't know. There's so many different scenarios that you could use on that. That's why I said to you that the topic is quite first question. Sometimes you got to prioritize asymmetry, right? Which means like when you're playing drafts or chess, you seek moves or you try different moves where I don't know like in a fraction. Like when you're doing simultaneous equations, or when you're doing, I don't know, calculations. where the upside significantly outweighs the downside, if you know what I mean. You know, focus on controllables. You know, I don't know, anchor decisions on what you can influence directly. You know, think about things like that. It's quite vast. You know, it is quite vast. You know, some people operate in rapid cycles. You know, like they have an idea, or they have 2 or 3 ideas, you know, and they shoot at those ideas quickly, right? And see what happens, right? Other people work a little bit slower, but the thing is, it's the end result. You know, you've got to have a goal. And when you aim for that goal, you know, the whole idea is to score. Because I mean, a man doesn't take a football from his own half, you know, with the ideology of running with that ball and kicking it into the crowd. You know, because kicking it into the crowd isn't going to get him or her the points that they need to win the game. Sometimes a lot of us, when we make decisions, we centralize those decisions. You know, we have to learn how to decentralize your decision making. You know, push your authority closer to where information is. You know, like you've got the information, you know what you're talking about, right? Go over there, make a decision based on that. You know, I don't know. There's a term that we use over here. We call it reducing bottlenecks, and that basically means that you've got a whole load of questions that need answering, right? And you answer them as soon as you can. You know, get them out of the way so that you don't get bogged down or overloaded with tasks that still need to be done, or like you've got a whole basket full of emails that you haven't responded to. You know, and when these emails are coming through, you know exactly what you wanted to say, right? But because of the fact that you've allowed all these other ones to jump on top of it, you know, you now are stuck for responses and people are waiting. That holds back production and productivity. So, you know, in that sense, that's another area that people need to look into. You know, now when we're talking about winning, right? When we're talking about winning, you know, they say that time is equal to they say speed is equal to time, the distance traveled divided by the time it's taken, right? Now, when you want to win, right, we are talking about speed, right? Because when you're trying to win, you've got to look at speed as a competitive advantage, right? Now, sometimes in an uncertainty, faster learning can actually beat better planning, right? As funny as that may sound, sometimes I said, right, faster learning can actually beat better planning, right? Because if you spend all of your time planning, right, but while you're planning to learn this, and you're planning to learn that, you're planning to do this, you know, if you're learning it quicker, that means you can get about or set about doing what it is that you plan to do in a shorter space of time, right? And people need to always remember, because remember they say slow and steady wins the race. So another point that I would give you is first movers are not always the winners, right? But faster adapters often are. You know, you could run from point A to Z very, very fast, right? But then when you got there, right, you were suffering seriously from muscle pull, right? You had cramp, you had everything, you know? So, and the person who came second, you know, they came second, but they were still fine, right? Because of the fact that you didn't have a strategy when you started your race, you know, if that makes sense. You know, you've got to always try hard to concentrate on what it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're learning, because clarity, right, is good. Because sometimes when you're clear on what's going on, right, and others are confused, you win. I don't know. I'm just thinking what else I could put in there. Opportunist. I don't know. you can, you can, you could be aggressively determined to hit your goals, because, like sometimes there are people who get fed up really quickly. They get very tired very quickly, right? But when you obviously I'm very interested in sports, especially contact sports like boxing and karate and things like that. Now, in a competition, what certain boxers do is what Muhammad Ali used to do when he called it his famous rope-a-dope, right? Where they would just literally lay up on the ropes and let you tire yourself out, right? They let you tire yourself out. Now, there are certain people who have an idea and they will blurt it out. Everyone knows exactly what they want to do, how they want to do it, when they want to do it, how they're going to go about it, right? Now, if you're strategic enough, right, you will sit back. I like to say to a lot of the people that I mentor and when I teach them, I say to them, listen, if you shut your mouth and open your eyes, you will hear plenty, right? And this is a strategy that I've used for many years, because when you do things like that, you will acquire undervalued assets, right? Capture the lion's share of whatever it is going on, right? And then you will have the opportunity to invest in brands and relationships. So I don't know, the way I would look at it would be for one to sense what's going on, prioritize that which is the most important and work your way down, right? Act on it immediately, right? Learn from your mistakes, right? And once you've done that, reallocate, right, to all the areas that require your attention. All right. I don't know. I don't know if I've helped you in that. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
All right, okay. Yeah, that's that's the little that I can contribute to that. I don't know. Has it helped?
That has helped a lot. So let's hear from Cluster and Fares.
Yes, sir. It's really helped. The unstable network I almost lost you at some point, but I was just paying I was trying to pay close attention, I was just paying attention so that I will not miss anything or miss any part. Thank you, sir. Yes.
You're welcome.
And let me just pick it from Master Genie's point of view. He gave us this he said something like he mentioned some skills that can really help us that can pay us. Like he said, I think he used the expression pay quickly, skills that you can get paid quickly. You understand? He mentioned writing, he mentioned sales, sales skills, he mentioned service-based work, and he said something like, what I do, what I currently do, and he also said something like stability comes from how many ways you can earn. You understand? Stability comes from. So Master Genie advised that Sparkies or non-Spark, if you're not yet a Sparky, so Clusterians and non-Clusterians, you understand? Non-Clusterian, you should look inwards, all right? You should look for other means, of course, things that that can add value. We're not saying you should defraud people. We're not asking you to be a fraudster and stuff like that. But we're saying that there are skills that are not far-fetched. You understand? You just have to settle down. You have to settle down. There are opportunities. I mean, opportunities everywhere. So, um, then moving on, um, Richard Konegbenga mentioned discipline shift in mindset. You understand? How do you think? You know, yes, we're supposed to ask ourselves, how do we think, or how do I think? How do I handle? You know, I have something to act upon. How do I? I mean, what actions are expected of me? You understand? So he said, stop thinking. I may not be able to put it exactly the way he put it. Okay, so stop thinking. Well, I don't even have to do it anymore because I'm not sure the out. Let me not bother myself. You understand? So let's move from probability. Let's think. In fact, let's.
Okay, Moshe, thanks for joining. Thanks for passing by. How are you doing?
To work on your mind. You have to have a very, very strong. Have to disregard or this. You have to um, escape. You have to find a way of escape from every limiting belief. If you have this belief system that is awkward, or that is you're always thinking, oh, this stuff cannot work. It's impossible. It's too difficult. I cannot succeed, or I will not succeed. You understand? You have to have a proper you have to be in your right frame of mind, and there's a price to pay. You understand? There's a price to pay. You have to be deliberate. You have to be intentional. Okay, and listening to great people, listening to great mentors, you'll be able to learn. All right, you'll be able to learn. Focus on controllables. He did mention that you have to have a goal. It's important. Learn how to decentralize your decision, your decisions. All right, your decision making. It's important. And he also talked about reducing bottlenecks. Getting certain things out of the way. Maybe a blockade or a barricade, something that will not allow you to excel. All right, and fast adaptation, the way I put it here, fast adaptation is an advantage. As Master Genie was adding his voice, I was writing some stuff down, and as retired Konegbenga Oshin was also speaking, I was writing some stuff. You understand? So fast adaptation is an advantage, and I love an expression he used. You can be aggressively determined. You understand? I love that expression. Aggressively. You have to be aggressive. You have to take it by force. Of course, the right way. I'm not saying you should extort someone. I'm not saying you should deny people of their fundamental human rights. No, that's not what we're saying. So, if you act fast on something positive, then you already have an advantage. Act fast on your priority. It's an advantage. So don't stay there thinking, okay, I will do this thing. I will handle this project next year. All right? I will handle this project next year. Now, there's something I was supposed to forward to Sparky Philip. I actually forgot. But it's not going to be on him. if something tangible comes out from that package, and I come back to him that, oh, I remember you sent me something, you asked me to handle a task or to fill out a form or stuff, but I forgot. Then he will be like, "Ah, well, it was sent to you." Well, I was waiting for you, or I waited, I didn't get any response. Oh, maybe you're not interested, or maybe, you understand, then that will not be on him. It's no longer his fault. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, day by day, or every now and then, we have things, we have opportunities coming our way, and it's your choice, it's my choice. If I'm interested, then I go for it. If I'm not interested and I refuse to go for it, by the time something tangible comes out, or maybe there's a great outcome, then I should not feel bad. All right, then I shouldn't feel bad because I made my choice. So we all have, you have your choice to make, I have my choice to make, but the best choice to make is to make the right choice, or make the right choices. You understand? So in order for us to accommodate others just joining, all right, I have to repeat. Let me quickly repeat the topic so Sparky Philip can add his voice. So this topic is survival is not enough. Survival is not enough. And in fact, I believe you were listening to retired Colonel Benga Oshin. So you would have been, of course, you would have picked one of two things. So today's topic is survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. You know what? The blows. COVID-19 dealt us. You understand? You know what we went through, the cashless policy and all that. You know what I'm talking. You know what we're talking about. So, survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. And Master Genie also did justice. He did justice. He talked about switching from consumer mode. We should not just be consuming. Give me rice, give me beans, give me onions, give me. What are we producing? What am I intending, or what am I planning to produce? And when I'm talking about production, of course, we have ARE, the Agri, Real Estate and Export. You understand? If you cannot do that, what can you produce? What can you bring to the table? Or what value are you planning to add? What are you planning to add? We have digital literacy, we have ARE, we have the global Spark Hubs. Oh, we have a platform. Okay, you can advertise what you do. You can sell your products. You understand? You can connect. We learn accurate knowledge here. We gain accurate information here, or we grasp. You understand? And this space is a space or a place for connection, for accurate connection. You understand? So you have a choice. I have a choice. All right. If people are bent on destroying our nation, then we should be busy doing the needful. Nation building. Nation building is not. It's not just talk. We talk and do. If you talk, then you should do. Talk and do. Sparky Philip, you can unmute and add your voice. You can unmute and add your voice. All right. So that's today's topic, and that's what retired Colonel Benga Ocean. That's what he was dwelling on. All right. So you can give us your own submission. Thank you. Hello? Sparky Philip, are you there? Master Genie, please, I need feedback. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. I can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. If Sparky Philip is not available, let me, if the global president, if Dr. Badmus is not too busy, he's always in one meeting or the other. If he is not too busy, hello, sir. If you're not too busy, please, can you quickly give us insights? Hello, Dr. Badmus, are you there? Okay, let me continue. Master Genie, please, if you have something, an additional information, please feel free. It's our call. It's not Fares's
Yeah, I'm here.
call.
I'm here.
All right.
I'm here. Though I'm busy. I know it's survival strategies in the new normal, and I want to appreciate everyone for coming by. So, what is the center point that you said?
All right, sir. Survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. And I did mention the blows COVID-19 dealt us, the cashless policy era, and all that. So everybody felt, we are fully aware of everything that happened during COVID-19 and the cashless policy, to mention but a few. So that's today's topic. Survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. I beg your pardon. So let's get your insight, sir.
All right. I want to bring out critical thinking in surviving in unstable time. And why I brought this out is that every time produce its own opportunity. A lot of people have bad memory about the COVID, but for me and some other people I met, I actually have good memories. One of my partners in Dublin then told me, Ambassador, we can't get students again. I told him, I said, don't say that. We will get students. You understand? And because of that word and the action we took to keep advertising, you understand, and keep telling people about it. One thing I want people to know is that a lot of people say, I said this thing. It now happened. Oh, I saw the grand entrance of Cluster and Adetu to your welcome, man. You understand? So, people must understand that new normal, we didn't want to call it abnormal time. We didn't want to call it unstable time. Another word for new normal is unstable. Is an abnormal period. It's a period where a lot of people are like, how am I going to survive? Do you know some people are thinking about that right now? 2 months ago, fuel was 7 something. 2 months after, it's almost doubling the price. We are currently in a new normal. And this new normal, if you are not intentional enough, it might be difficult for you to survive. So, critical thinking needed in this normal. Thinking critically, thinking out of the box is actually needed. that how do I solve this time?
Hi, Fina.
How do I escape this time? How? What can I do to escape this? You need to get a thinking corner and start thinking. How can I get more people to buy the ARE land and get commission? How can I bulk purchase? How can I sell the Arepo land? How can I sell the short leg lease? What can I do to bring in more income to myself? How can I enroll 50 people per day in the digital literacy? What tutorial center or what school should I partner with? Critical thinking, thinking out of the box to survive in the new normal. So the point I'm bringing out from what Christina Farage said is that we need to think critically, because note that the opportunity in every new normal. There is an opportunity for you to survive. There is a strategy that is hidden somewhere in that chaos. In the chaos, there's opportunity there. When COVID came, some people plugged into the opportunity of nose masks. Some people became a center to test people. Some people were the one making the get you and the creating the channel for people to wash their hand. The liquid soap people were selling because people could not move from one place to the other. Zoom blew up. Imagine the spark up. I don't think we have conceived the idea of the global cluster then, and we have the spark up. It means a lot of people will be here because people will be looking for how to connect. Thinking out of the box could be a strategy. Looking for the opportunity to survive in the new normal.
Oh,
Hi, Keith.
wow, amazing. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for joining. Thank you.
Thinking out of the box. Learn, I wrote here, learn how to think out of the box. You understand? Every time gives or every time gives us gives its own opportunities every time. So it means opportunities can be gotten even in bad times when something bad happens. So how you can come, or how you come out of it, or how you can come out of it, you know, is what you should be thinking.
How you
Not,
doing?
oh, ayemiti. I don't want to say ayemiti. Ayemiti dara. I don't want to say the other one. You understand? Ah, my life don't do this one. Ah, it is finished, yo. My own don't. My own no go finish. You understand?
For me too.
Yes, the problem has come. You can feel, you are feeling the heat. But how do I come out? If I continue to lament, I will not get out of this situation. Dr. Kari once said, you have a flat tire. You understand? And you are mad at your car or your vehicle, and you're kicking the tire. Oh no, and you are angry. You are there yelling, what's this mess? What's this shit? I'm tired of this mess. It will not solve the problem. You will remain there. Now, so you go there, nights go fall, day go break, kuma again safe. The next thing or the way out is, oh, do I have a spare tire? Okay, I don't have a spare tire. But okay, now that I don't have a spare tire, okay, let me start. Is it flagging other motorists? Let me start flagging them down, and let me see the person that will render. I mean, that will help me. You know, maybe I'll be smiling and I'll be, you know, I'll be begging them, please, I'm sorry, or please, I need help, please help me, or okay, please, even if you want me to give you an amount, at least for me to just get out of this situation. Okay, if you cannot give me for free, if you're not going to render, give me, I mean, do this favor, all right? If you're not ready to do me a favor, okay, then let me just, okay, let me charge me and I'll pay you. So that night, I mean, I will not stay there. I will not remain there. You understand? Because if I remain there, if night falls and I can't remain for dear. Now wahala, oh. You know, anything can happen. You know, people, some bad people or evil-minded people may seize the opportunity or seize the moment to wreak havoc. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's that. Thank you very much, sir. Every time has its own opportunity or opportunities. Learn how to think out of the box. Learn, 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 learn. And
Oh no,
1,000 naira.
Justin Perez is having network glitch.
Fuel was not up to 1,000 naira like a month ago.
From CNI. Thanks for joining. Thanks for passing by. Oh. Excellent moment to everyone. It's survivor strategies in the new normal. This is a revolution by the global clusters and the spark.
Stand at 250.
Relative.
You understand?
Johnny, thanks for
And
passing.
in less than a week or two, now it is one. Network, oh, network.
Hello, we can hear you now. Continue. Keep your phone stable. We can-
Envy. Hello, please. Am I being heard?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. The network is now stable. Oh, connecting again. What's this? All right, the network. Okay, I think it's stable now. All right. So, fuel price has skyrocketed. You know, from 1,250 to 1,350. I think that's what I saw on Sunday yesterday. Yeah, I think it was on my way back.
Because in the in the global market, the oil price now has increased. You know, it's now $113 per barrel.
Okay, $113
Per
per
barrel.
barrel.
Yes.
100. Wow. So, if like according to the global president, if you don't know how to adapt and of course and look for other stuff that you can, dabble into something positive, all right, not something fraudulent, okay, then it means you're really going to be uh destabilized, all right, you'll be destabilized, you're going to be swept off your feet, all right. So may God help us all, but God has helped us. We need to do something. I have this funny expression each time I am having a conversation with somebody or with an individual, and the person is saying, God will help us, God will help us. I normally say, God has already helped us. It's not God's fault, okay? Is it God that is asking you to make life difficult for me? Is it God? Shebi na man like you, man like me. Now we dey, if you go, okay, the last time I traveled to Cotonou, you understand? The last time I checked, the water, the large, what's it called now? The large body of water I saw has not reduced.
Excellent
What
moment.
God puts there, everything God has put in place,
With you. Salam
is
alaikum.
still there, or they are still there.
Hello.
We have more than enough. All right. So God has given us everything in abundance.
Welcome back. In.
Okay.
An excellent moment to you.
Now,
Survival strategies in the new normal. It's a revolution.
I belong to an organization, and the CEO or the person in charge has made up his mind that, oh, I have, okay, my staff, okay, they have tried, they have been up and doing, okay, I want to compensate them, I want to give them something beyond, I mean, something extra.
Yeah.
You understand? Like a boss. And because he's the overall boss, he's always traveling in and out, you understand? And he's like, he just knows that, oh, I have given you the go ahead, the second in command or third in command. Okay, go ahead, give them this, give them that. And the person sits on it. Unknown to the overall boss, what he has assigned or what he has given, what he has commanded to be given to everyone has not gotten to the people. Somebody is sitting on it. Somebody is greedy. All right? Somebody is greedy. He doesn't. He wants to keep everything. He wants to have everything. All right, for himself. He wants to keep everything. So what are we saying? Is it God? It's not God. It's not God. God has done his part. We are the ones that we need to do our own part. So it's a choice. I don't want to be greedy. It's your choice. It's my choice.
100%.
I want to have integrity. It's my choice. Okay, maybe sometime ago, integrity wasn't part of my currency. Okay, now I have learned. Okay, now I know better. Okay, I didn't do this thing well then. Now I can do it well now. Or now is the time to do it right. So we can talk from now till tomorrow. The only thing that will cause a ripple effect, a positive impact, is my action or my actions. Positive action. Positive action. Transformative action or actions. So that's that. That's that. And Spakia Adetutu is here. I am going to allow her to quickly add her voice if she's not too busy. As soon as she adds her voice, then I will just do the last thing and we are good to go. I love the way today's meeting went, or the way it is going, all right? Because I just gave us the topic and I said, let's get insights from everyone. I didn't even bother to say any other thing or to talk to expand certain things that I plan to, expand or to explain. You understand? And I love the way today's meeting, I love the way it's going or how far it has gone. All right. So, Spakia Adetutu, today's topic is survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. Survival is not enough. How to think, act, and win in unstable times. So that's today's topic. Kindly unmute and give us your summation, ma'am. Then I'll do the last thing, then we're good to go.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for passing by. Excellent moment to you. Cluster Ferez, I think
Okay.
Cluster Analytics
All right.
is not here.
It's not here. All right. All right. Please, Master Genie, I know you normally connect people on TikTok. Please, we have people on TikTok.
Right now there's nobody in the room.
Nobody in the room. All right. All right. So let's just move ahead. All right. I want to appreciate everyone for giving us their summation. All right. And I love the way today's survival strategies in the new normal. I love the way it went. All right. And I will just be asking some questions and I'll be giving some answers, and that will be all for today. Right now in Nigeria, are people living or just surviving? Most people are surviving, focused on daily needs, not long-term growth. Food for thought. What does survival look like today? That's the second question.
Hmm.
And my answer is managing food, transport, bills, just getting through each day. Another food for thought. Don't forget, we have to learn how to go or move beyond
030.
surviving or survival only. All
Oh,
right.
thanks for joining. Thanks for passing
So,
by. This.
managing food, transport, bills,
Doing
just
fine
getting through each day.
on your screen. So I
Question number 3
think
is survival a strategy or a reaction? Is survival a strategy or a reaction? My answer is survival is a reaction. Strategy is intentional and forward thinking. Strategy is intentional and forward thinking. Survival keeps you alive. Strategy moves you forward. Dominance changes your story. Dominance changes your story. And for instance, a graduate earning 40K every month spends
use
everything on feeding and
and
transport.
by.
That is survival. Another person with the same income learns a digital skill,
And so I know you guys
graphics or mini importation, or the ones Master Genie mentioned, sales skills,
survival.
service-based work, writing, and stuff like that. Huh?
What? Thanks for joining. Thanks for
Graphics or mini importation. Start small, reinvest profits. That is strategy. When he reinvests, all right, that's the other person, the other person, all
happy.
right, who has the same income, but he learns a digital skill and he is earning and he's reinvesting his
So
profits.
someone
That is strategy, all right. Another question: what has changed in your life in the last 1 year? Higher costs, more pressure, need for extra income, lifestyle adjustments. All right, that's another food for thought. Another food for thought. So, another question: what are you doing differently now just to cope? What are you doing differently now just to cope? You know, I sent a flyer to somebody um not quite long, and the person was like, wow, oh, I never knew. I didn't know you can handle stuff like this. And I said, of course, why not? Can do it. If you want me to pilot you to any state, all right, maybe for a wedding or for a birthday party or stuff, any state, I am ready. You understand? Because one of my favorite hobbies is driving. I just love driving, honestly. You know, it can be very, very tiring for some people. I don't want to drive, I don't like driving. But for me, it's like a walkover. Like people will say, now walkover for me. Oh. You understand? I sent my flyer to somebody. Anytime you want to go, you have an event, maybe a wedding, or you want to go for an um a coronation or inauguration stuff, name it. Just reach out to me. Perez, are you free? Okay, can you go to Calabar? Can you go to Maiduguri? Can you go to, you understand? So that's what's up. So it's another side hustle. I tell you.
chicken.
So
For joining. Thanks for passing by.
cutting expenses,
Thanks for
side hustles,
by.
prioritizing essentials.
You're still there.
So
See
I
us.
have given us, or I am giving us
Hear me.
another food for
I
thought.
know people can hear me.
Now, let me give us this insight. If your strategy is only to adjust to hardship, you will remain under it. If your
Sport
strategy is only to adjust to hardship, you
forward.
will remain under it. Let me share another true life story.
I feel
It's a
like it's
Nigerian story.
true.
During tough economic periods, many Nigerians moved from one income stream to multiple streams.
on regarding
POS business,
where you from?
online sales, tutoring. All right. Those who only complained struggled more.
Right.
Those who only complained
Olatunde, thanks for joining.
struggled more. Those who adapted and created value began to stabilize. Like your stabilizer. That one where they put for your freezer. Where you go just put on there. Where you go balance current, abi? Another question: which level are you operating in? Is this survival? Is this stability, or is this strategic? Is this survival? Is this stability or strategic? That's another food for thought. What is keeping you stuck there? What is keeping you stuck there? Stock now. I'm not talking about stock exchange. I'm talking about stock. STUCK. Something that has not allowed you, or that's not allowing you to advance, to move. Is it fear? Is it lack of information? Is it limited skills? Is it wrong environment?
Normal.
That's another food for thought.
Everybody is now in a
So,
new system.
survival,
2020, but we are all getting used to it. Instead of
stability, strategic.
it's a new normal.
Survival can be reactive or fear driven. Stability can be planning, managing. Strategic can be, or is connected. Let me use the word connected. It's connected to value creation. It's connected to influence. Now, let me quickly share another story. In Rwanda, after national crisis, citizens rebuilt through skills, entrepreneurship, and structure, not just survival thinking. Today, it's one of Africa's fastest growing economies. One lesson I want us to learn here: nations and individuals grow when they move beyond survival. What can you do today that people will pay for? A monetizable skill: teaching, design, writing, digital services, etc. Example: a student learns video editing on their phone,
Niamba, thanks for joining. Thanks for passing by. I'm sorry.
starts editing for small businesses, earns weekly income. Another question: who here is connected to opportunities? Your network determines your exposure, all right? It's important. So, it's important. Example: two people have the same skill. One is visible and connected, the other is hidden. The connected one gets opportunities faster. So, your guess is as good as mine. I don't have to talk about the other person. You already know what's up. Another question: are you creating value or just complaining? Problems around you are opportunities to solve. Example: bad power supply. People now sell solar solutions. Omo, I wish say I sabi do this solar thing. Oh, I go do am. Oh. Transport issues, ride hailing, like what I talked about. Logistics businesses grow. Logistics, I'm into that. All right. So, what are you feeding your mind daily? What are you feeding your mind daily? Information determines transformation. Let me give us an example. Someone spends 5 hours on entertainment daily versus someone learning business or skills. What do you think is going to happen after 6 months? Their lives will not be the same. Their lives will not be the same. So have this skill or have this strategy. All right. Skill over certificate, network over isolation, value creation over compliance, information discipline. Let me give us one global example. This one actually happened in America or is an American example. Tyler Perry once lived in his car. That was survival. He didn't stop there. He built stage plays, created content, and today owns a multi-billion-dollar studio. The lesson here is survival is a phase, not a destination. Survival is a phase, not a destination. Let me give us another example before I draw the curtain. Is a modern digital example. Young Africans today are earning globally through freelancing.
Falashi Kevin.
Freelancing, like, writing, coding, design, using platforms like Fiverr and Upwork,
Ara.
the global Spark Hubs is also another amazing platform. All right, digital platform. All right. They moved from local survival to global earning. Now, I think this is the last question I have for us today. If nothing changes, where will you be in 6 months? Is it same struggles, deeper pressure,
Ara is a
food
long
for thought?
and rising star in
It
your
is yours
Ara.
to grasp.
You're welcome in. Thanks
It
for
is your choice. If you want to remain where you are, it is your choice. If you want to have, if you want to move
request to add your voice.
from grass to grace, it is also your choice. Finally, this is my conclusion. This season is not just testing people, it is separating thinkers from reactors. It is separating thinkers from reactors. Survival is the lowest level, growth is a decision. Survival is the lowest level. Don't get it twisted. Growth is a decision. And I want us to declare I refuse to just survive, I will thrive. I want everyone to declare I refuse to just survive,
I
I
refuse
will thrive.
to survive.
Perez is
I will
saying it.
thrive.
Yes, I refuse to just survive, I will thrive. I am saying it. I have said it. I will not stop saying it. I refuse to just survive. I am tired of just surviving. Honestly, I am sick and tired of survival alone. I want to thrive. I want to, I told you I shared my flyer with someone and the person said, "Whoa, you mean I didn't know? You understand? Or I never knew." But now you know. I told the person, now you know. So that's that. And I want to appreciate everyone. Thank you, Sparky Adetutu. Thank you, Sparky Genie. And I also want to appreciate all those who were in earlier, but had to leave for one reason or the other, or maybe the network um, um, cost you to leave. So, and this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain for today's survival strategies in the new normal. And I would like to hand over the baton to Master Genie to give us the final, our closure or our closing questions. Who are we? Over to you, Master Genie. Who are we? Tell the world. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Closeran Fares. I do really appreciate everyone who has took out their time to join us on today's survivor strategies in the new normal, a revolution of the global clusters and the spark hubs. This is not a spectator's call. This is a real deal, and we all have to wake up on time to the survivor strategies before we be hit with another pandemic. Everybody has to stay above and focus on being more valuable and also not just surviving. Yes, before we go, we normally ask, who are we? We are the global clusters, a robust community of technocrats or those who want to become technocrats, professionals or those who want to become professionals, entrepreneurs or those who want to become entrepreneurs, This is a community where we share accurate knowledge and information of our industry. Why? Because it is the bridge that will take us from where we are to where we are ought to be. On the Global Clusters platform, we share accurate connection because to whom you are connected to determines what you will collect in this life. Today has been another amazing moment on survival strategies in the new normal. Instead of surviving, we are meant to be living, we are meant to be thriving. And how can we do that in the new normal? That is what we have shared today. The global president of the Global Cluster has added his voice. 001 security cluster of the Global Cluster, retired Colonel Sir Michael Gbegaoshin, did a big justice to it as well. So, in unstable times, conditions change fast, and the people who win are the ones that act quickly. Why am I saying that? You need to join the Global Clusters, join the Spark Hubs, so that you can be able to act quickly. Because if you're just sitting in the consumer mode, a consumer mode is where you're complaining, you're scrolling, you're worrying. That means you're not a clusterian. As a clusterian, we are not in consumer mode. As a Sparky, we are not in consumer mode. We are in operator mode. We are learning, we are building, and we are executing. That is beyond surviving. And that is how to win in this new normal. The people who struggle in this new normal are the ones that overthink. They wait for certainty and they try to be perfect. And that is not what we are preaching on the Global Clusters platform or the Spark Hub. The rule is to move fast, learn faster. So I urge everyone to join us on the Global Clusters platform and the Spark Hubs for great value, for nation building, for morals, and to champion your community in every revolution of the Global Clusters. So thank you everyone who has been part of today's survival strategy. Tomorrow, Tuesday, we'll be going on Humanity Revolution by 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and the equivalent wherever every one of us is streaming from. So let's meet tomorrow for Humanity Revolution. Before you become a billionaire or a millionaire or a celeb, you were human. You were brought to this world as human. So let us go on Humanity Revolution together. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as a clusterian, as a Sparkover, we'll be expecting everyone. The Global Clusters robust community of technocrats, professionals, and entrepreneurs is saying instead of end SARS, instead of end bad governance, instead of city boys, let us cluster together to prosper together and build our nation. The Global Cluster is a nation-building platform, first of its kind. The Global Cluster is a social media platform, proudly Nigerian, proudly African, with its own marketplace, and we go on different revolutions every day. As I've mentioned earlier, tomorrow we are going on Humanity Revolution. On Wednesday, we'll be going on Kindness and Genuine Love Revolution. On Thursday, we'll be meeting for Accurate Knowledge and Information. And on Friday, we go on Waiting You Sabi, Certificate Revolution. On Saturday in the morning, we go on Let's Talk Security with retired Colonel Sir Michael Gbegaoshin. And in the evening, 5 p.m. Nigeria time, we'll go on Accurate Connection. Don't miss out on that. Because in this life, yes, everybody knows it now. You have to be connected. And for you to be connected as a Nigerian, you have to be a clusterian or a Sparkover. That is the way forward. Thank everyone who has listened to me. And this is where we are saying bye now. See you tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. TikTok family, thanks you for standing by. That is the end of Survivor Strategy. See you again next time. Closing Perez, are you there, sir? Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Bye for now.